What is going on, everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. If you guys are new here, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into today's video. You guys can see here, you guys can see this, but I have my shirt on of Avatar, The Last Airbender shirt, because today we are going to be talking about Avatar, The Last Airbender. Um, Netflix made a live action adaptation of the Avatar, The Last Airbender series that's on Nickelodeon. And as a kid, I loved watching Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon when I was a kid. I grew huge fan of Avatar. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender so much. I loved watching that show as a kid. And in 2010, M. Night Shyamalan, right? I think pronounce his name, made a movie called The Last Airbender. They couldn't use Avatar because James Cameron used the word Avatar the year before for James Cameron's Avatar. So they just called it The Last Airbender. It's a bad movie. That movie was so bad. I can't believe how they destroyed that movie so bad. So much of how bad that movie was. Wow, I can't believe. I had no interest in watching that movie again and how bad that movie was. So with them, so Netflix a couple years ago announced that they were doing a live action series based on Avatar: The Last Airbender. I got very excited as a fan of Avatar, right? Very excited. But I think a couple of things got into my head when they announced it. Was they just did The Last Airbender in live action in the form of a movie with M. Night Shyamalan. And that was terrible. That was so bad. Do I want another live action Avatar, The Last Airbender? I know it's not a movie, it's a show, but do I want it? Because we just had The Last Airbender a couple years, right? Was bad as a movie. How about show? So they start getting to my head, but then I was very excited because I love Avatar. And then news came out that the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender dropped out. So the creators, the two people who created the show, the anime show, left, and now it's all on you guys now, and so that has raised some problems. So um, they finally dropped the show on Netflix. One season, first season, it is 8 episodes. It has the same amount of episodes as One Piece. The difference between me watching One Piece show on Netflix versus Avatar is that I have never seen One Piece anime. I've never seen the anime before. But versus on this one, I have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series, and obviously I love Avatar. I'm a big Avatar fan. So that was the difference is when One Piece was characters that I never heard about, never hear, right? And I really enjoyed One Piece. And I love what Netflix has done with that. They're making season 2 of One Piece. So now they were doing Avatar. And I had a very, so okay. I had trust in Avatar because I loved what they did with One Piece. And they did a great job. So what about here? Did they do a good job? Was Netflix adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender better than M. Night Shyamalan's 2010 The Last Airbender movie? The answer is yes. It's 10 times way better than that atrocious. Just did not even know what that movie was. Better than M. Night Shyamalan's movie. Um, the cast includes Gordon Comer as Aang, Dallas James Liu as Suku, Kia Witino, hopefully pronounce her name right, Carbell as Katara. Very great. The dynamics between those three guys, well, between Aang and Katara, the actors, I should say, the actors, very, very well. I love the kid who played Aang, right? He did such an amazing job. You know, versus the movie, I do not know what that was, but this one, very fun on screen. The chemistry that he did with him and he with Tito, hope I pronounced her name right, on screen as Qatar, where she played Qatar in these. Very, very great chemistry between those two. And and right, so and Zuko as well. All of them had great chemistry. All three of them had great chemistry, and it was a very great adaptation of the animated series. As a fan of Avatar, as a big Avatar fan as I am, I had a very fun with the show. Very fell in love with it. I enjoyed all the episodes. Um, One thing I want to talk about is the special effects in this, especially with the elements, especially with the Fire Nation. That when the Fire Nation came out, the that was such amazing special effects with the fire, right? Um, as well as the air when the airbend, also when Aang's learning how to use the air, that was so cool as well. Um, the elements that they special effects of not just the fire element, the earth, wind, all the elements were very very well. Um, Loved the story that they told. Um, as time of this recording, they just announced season two, and which I'm very very excited for the second season of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Um, very very what's that word? Um, Even though the creators were not involved of this, they were very. Netflix was they resembled what the animated show was in live action. You know what I mean? I couldn't figure out what the word I was trying to say. Um, I loved the resemblance in live action, seeing these guys in live action done properly, right? Not like the atrocious disaster Last Airbender movie from M. Night Shyamalan. This was done very, very well. But even though the visuals was great, the story was great, the cast was great, the actors were great, everything was great, there was problems with this one. Minor problems to say a sort. Uh, Obviously not better than the animated, right? It's not like, oh, I would prefer watching this. No, like I still prefer watching the animated over this, but this one was a very appreciated, very fun um, adaptation of the last Avatar, the Last Airbender. Um, there were 30 to 40 minutes long episodes, like an hour. Some of them were over an hour long, which I did not mind, which is what Netflix technically usually do. They did that with One Piece. Disney, I think Disney needs to start doing that. A lot of the Disney Plus shows are over 30 to 40 minutes. And so, and especially with Disney, especially with 6 episodes, it's not a lot. And I think the 8 episode model that Netflix has been doing with One Piece and what they did with Avatar: The Last Airbender worked very well. And I think the reason why is that because they were an hour plus long episodes, right? So I think if Disney took their time and made an hour plus episodes for their Marvel shows, Star Wars shows, their Disney shows, whatever it is, I think it will work way better for Disney Plus for them to do that. But for the fact that they're doing 30, 40 minute episodes don't very work very well. And I think with Netflix, with them or the model being an hour plus episodes works very, very well. And I was satisfied for each episode. Uh, I it was the visually, like I said, I was so amazed at how great the visuals were in this one. When Katara, I mean, was trying to used the water bending, right, for the first time, the water special effects would look so good, right? And when Aang is trying to learn how to do learn how to airbend, right, for the first time, that was very well visually uh, stunning visuals throughout those things. The fight scenes were very visually stunning with Zuko with um, the fire bending, right? Looked very well. The fight scenes were on point. Very great fight scenes. Um, the chemistry, like I said, chemistry between Zuko and Katara and Aang worked very well. Uh, Not Katara. What's that guy's name? Anyways, you guys can know what the other guy. Can't believe I'm freezing on his name. Anyway, worked very well. The chemistry between those three worked very well. This this show was great, but it was missing something, and I do not know what there was something that was missing, right? Even though I enjoyed this show and I had fun, there was something that was missing, and I think it had to do with the lack of the creators not being involved. I think if the creators were involved in this, I think it would have done benefited the show which way better and would have gave us the true Avatar The Last Airbender experience. But for the most part, I enjoyed this show. I enjoyed the show for what it was, for what it stood for. And the show, the animated show, since it's countered towards kids, it was silly. Aang was a little bit more goofy in the anime show. The show was goofy, right? With Aang being goofy, the characters being that was not there's none of that here, and I appreciated that. That this was not like, yeah, we're not gonna have Aang be goofy. We're not gonna have these characters do goofy stuff or silly things. No, they took this more serious. This is gonna be a serious Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm happy that they took that they did that right for this version, um, instead of the silly goofy stuff of Avatar. Um, this show, I know it's like, hopefully this show gets renewed for a second season. Recording during this recording of this video of during the recording of this, they just renewed. I think last they just throughout this recording, they just renewed the show for a second season. So, um, the show will begin a second season. I do not know when. Probably like Netflix takes a couple years off, so maybe like 2-3 years until we get another season, which I'm totally be down for it. You know what I mean? Obviously, I loved Avatar. Hopefully, because this is divided by book one, book two, book three, book four, so I'm hoping that they do every chapters. You know what I mean? Every season of Avatar in live action. You know what I mean? They did book one, which is what this was based on. Season two will most likely be based on book two, and so on and so on. And hopefully they do the whole collection about this because this has potential. And I loved what they did with the first one. It does have some problems that they could work on for season two, make it better, right? But like I said, if Netflix does do adapt all of them, I'll I'll love Netflix for that. And so, um, you know what I mean? And I'm very happy that that this show is getting love. That a lot of people are loving Avatar: The Last Airbender. Cause I love this show even though as a kid. I love watching this show as a kid. I love watching the cartoons now as an adult. And always see this adaptation, love it. You know what I mean? Even though it has some problems, I did enjoy it. Obviously, never will watch the Last Airbender movie from M. Night Shyamalan again. I would never watch that. That is a disgrace to the brand of Avatar, The Last Airbender. But for the most part, I did enjoy it. And I did have fun with this show. And love the cast, like the characters and everything. Um, so yeah, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action adaptation on Netflix. Did you guys enjoy it like me? I did have some minor. Did you guys have some problems like me? Even though I enjoyed it, did it have some minor problems? Did you guys not enjoy it? Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about Avatar: Last Airbender on Netflix. If you guys didn't hear, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Thank you guys so much for your continuous support on my YouTube channel. I appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in, clicking on my video, liking the video, subscribing. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.